history only has room for one. One trophy, one champion, one final match.
It's the 2008 Time Warner Cable MISL Championship Finale, Saturday, April 26, 6 p.m. from the U.S. Cellular Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a city rich in this sport's history. Call 414-224-9283 for tickets.
This is Fox Soccer Channel.
Underway here in Milwaukee, New Jersey, in the Milwaukee Wave as the New Jersey Ironmen fight for their playoff lives here in Milwaukee, looking to garner first place. They're just a half game behind Detroit. And Milwaukee wearing their home greens today for St. Patrick's weekend. And New Jersey is in the whites. Out for Dan Antoniuk, New Jersey's leading scorer here, trying to create against a cop. Left-footed shot deflected in. That ball was deflected by a Milwaukee defender, and Dan Antoniuk gets the two-point goal. And New Jersey scores first. Now Antoniuk with 79 points. That's his 35th goal of the year.
And there it is, Al. Nick Vorberg committed himself to where the ball originally was headed. Unfortunate deflection. Looks like it was deflected off of Marcelo Fontana. Changed directions on Nick Vorberg. Nick was completely sold the wrong way, and Antoniuk gets a two-pointer.
So Dan Antoniuk puts New Jersey on the board first. And Antoniuk now second in the league with those 35 goals. Fourth in the league with 79. Here on Fox Soccer Channel, New Jersey has the only goal thus far from Dan Antoniuk, a two-point goal. And here it is once again. Fontana, the inadvertent deflection, sends it in. And you'll get that deflection in the indoor game.
There's a lot of deflections indoors. It looked like that would have probably been a routine save for Nick Vorberg. But again, unfortunate deflection. He had already committed going to his left, and the ball went into the far side off of his right.
Oro Bowen sends that one in. Giuliano Oliviero down, the MISL veteran, drew the foul there against Donald Gray. His first personal foul. Nobody in foul trouble yet for either side, but here a dangerous restart for Milwaukee and Greg Howes. If you're Tony Meola, you definitely don't want a direct shot off the foot of Greg Howes, who can pound it somewhere from 78 to 79 miles per hour. But Fontana instead goes to Oliviero, and he's up for 90. We're tied at 2. Giuliano, a pinpoint blast from the wing.
Well, as you were mentioning, Greg Howes was in movement behind the ball before the ball was put into play. Laid the ball across to Giuliano. His first time hit with his left foot, found the upper corner. Great goal off of a restart.
Giuliano Oliviero, one of those veterans that can kill you from the wing, and he did right there. And Giuliano has been saddled with injuries the past few seasons, gets his 28th point, his 11th goal, and Milwaukee knots it at 2. And boy, what a pretty shot.
Well, I think that New Jersey was a little more worried about Greg Howes and where he was going to line up. And there's 4 other players on the field that have the potential to score goals. Giuliano has just been on a scoring streak. He has scored in probably the last 4 or 5 games that he's played in. As long as he stays healthy, Milwaukee's got a great offensive threat there.
Giuliano Oliviero, when you hit the key mark, when he's healthy.
Greg's a crafty player. There's been plenty of times he's been double teamed and still been able to get out of trouble and find his scoring opportunity to get a shot on goal.
Now we have a 2-line pass from Tony Meola, so that'll give a restart for Milwaukee from the center of the yellow line. In the indoor game, a keeper cannot send a ball in the air over 2 lines. A field player over 3 is not allowed. Howes with a hard shot that Meola had to go down low to deflect up and out. And no way Tony or anybody is going to catch that.
Well, Tony is one of the few goalkeepers that has enough courage to stand in front of a shot coming off of Greg Howes' potent foot.
Now from the corner. Kick in Troy to Soski, deflected away. Anthony Mayer wanted a handball. Yep, it's going to be a 2-minute handball called on the Ironman that got that. I believe it was John Krause who stuck his arm up. And Rich Grady calls the 2-minute penalty.
The referees were right on top of that play. It's a good call. There was an intentional arm that came out to block that shot. I know that Krause is going to protest, but when you see the replay, it's going to look very obvious. Gives Milwaukee a penalty kick.
And Greg Howes will attempt this. So Tony Meola has a guess. If his guess is correct, he may have a chance as we watch it again. And there it is, the hand that came out. If it would have stayed into the side, you don't pull the card. But the chicken wing was waved, and that's a 2-minute penalty. So now Greg Howes for the penalty kick. If he doesn't score, which is incredibly unlikely, then the Milwaukee Wave would go on the power play. Greg Howes this year 1 for 1 on penalty kicks. That's the only attempt of the year for the Wave. This one almost automatic. Like a free throw in basketball. 2-point goal for Greg Howes on the penalty kick. And the Milwaukee Wave with 4 straight points have taken their first lead at 4-2.
Well, Tony gets the right direction, but from that distance, with how hard Greg Howes can hit a ball, little chance that Tony was going to make the save. Milwaukee goes up 4-2.
10:47, the time of the penalty kick goal for Greg Howes, one of the game's brightest scorers this century. And Greg Howes with 97 points on the year. That was his 34th goal. And for Greg Howes, he leads the MISL with those 97. Howes.
Howes a little deeper than normal. Looks like he's playing a defensive role at this moment.
Yeah, and Troy Dosowski, a defender, was up front there. 8 seconds. Howes for Mayer. A knockaway, Fontana. Mayer never got there to him, and that's the end of the first quarter. So 15 minutes of indoor soccer in the books. The Milwaukee Wave have a 4-2 lead over the New Jersey Ironmen. We'll be back in just a few moments with second quarter action here on our Fox Soccer Channel, MISL Game of the Week. Kills. And Milwaukee, this is technically the second time it'd be on a power play. Greg Howes scored a penalty kick goal, so really not a chance for the New Jersey team there. Liete will run the point. He has Troy Dosowski and Greg Howes on the wings. Oliviero's the target. Fontana is lurking deep, but a steal there by Stokic for New Jersey. Ahead for himself. This is not a bad ball. Look at Stokic work hard, but Howes got back to defend and break it up. Stokic running the point on the New Jersey power play at the top of the diamond. Sean David now will switch up with him. He'll go to the point area. And Alavanya and O'Neal put a power play goal there. Score in front. Oliviero, his second goal of the day. And he has been very hot of late. 6-2 Milwaukee.
Liete did a good job of drawing that back defender forward to give Dosowski a little bit more space and time to lift his head up. Found Giuliano Oliviero in the box alone. First time ball. Meola got a piece of it, but couldn't keep it out of the goal.
So Giuliano Oliviero, his second goal today for the Milwaukee Wave. Craig Shear came over to stop him. Now Howes an opening. Oliviero for the hat trick. Score! Meola got back and he got tangled up with his own defender, John Krause. And Meola talking to Krause saying, "What are you doing? I was back and you screwed it up for me." Meantime, Giuliano Oliviero, a hat trick in the first half.
Looked like Tony Meola stepped up high, anticipating Howes' shot to be on target. Howes' shot was off target, though. Played it just right of the goal. But Giuliano Oliviero was right there. Just a nice, easy first-time shot. Tony's momentum carried himself and the ball into the goal.
So now Milwaukee with 8 straight points has made this an 8-2 game. Time of the goal was 11.
Tackle coming out. Yes.
Yep.
That's very dangerous. That can result in some serious injury if it connects flush on the opponent's leg.
So he came over the ball there, and that'll get you the 2-minute blue card. So now for the final minute 9 of the half, New Jersey will be a man up, and they have an awfully dangerous restart here. You see Loveless Akan in the penalty box. Alavanya to Conte, to David. Bang that one off Bahamas. So Milwaukee thwarts one good chance. Now maybe another. Here's Alavanya. Nick Forber, great diving catch. He saw that one coming all the way. 50 seconds to go in the half. New Jersey on the power play for the rest of it. Conte.
Good save by Nick Warburg.
Oh, yeah. Up ahead now to Alavanya. The anticipation that veteran goalkeeper will give you of shots. Even though that was a pretty good shot.
He had a good line of sight on it, which always helps for a goalkeeper. If you can see the shot coming off the foot, the chance of you making a save just increases.
Antoniuk across to David. He missed the one-time effort. A good cross there from Antoniuk. Now 17 seconds in the half as Conte blasted up and out.
And there again, Al. They've got their shots, they've got their chances, but they keep putting the ball high over the glass. They need to start connecting better. A little bit better communication. Passing needs to be a little crisper. They need to take better advantage of their scoring opportunities.
The lob there collected by Mayer. He just wants to kill the rest of the half off. Meola out. Sends it to David. 5 seconds to go in the half. Now Alavanya hits the ball ahead to Mujin, but that's it. 30 minutes of indoor soccer complete here at U.S. Cellular Arena. Milwaukee up 8-2 as we head to halftime. The Milwaukee Wave with 8 straight points. And Giuliano Oliviero, a hat trick for the Wave in the first half. A power play for New Jersey to begin the third quarter. But Milwaukee with a 6-point lead here at the break. You're watching the MISL. Milwaukee 8, New Jersey 2 as we get set to begin the third quarter here on Fox Soccer Channel's MISL Game of the Week. The Milwaukee Wave have scored the last 8 points after this first goal by Dan Antonio.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate deflection. Goes right past Nick Warburg to open up the game.
We'll watch it again as Dan Antoniuk uses the left foot. Fontana with the redirect. That's been the only blemish for Nick Warburg so far today. And Milwaukee then would take over. Giuliano Oliviero, upper 90 shot there, and Jules with a hat trick in the first half.
Well, and Giuliano, not known for his left foot, scored a great goal.
Greg Howe's the penalty kick. That's, again, like a foul shot. Even a higher percentage than free throws in basketball. Meola, no chance at all. And here's more, Giuliano Oliviero.
Giuliano, nice redirect. That was on a power play.
And then Oliviero right here again. Looked like Meola was going to make this save, but he got tangled up with his defender, John Krause, there.
You can't really blame Krause too much. He was going in for the block.
Yep. And we're about set to begin the third quarter. There's Kevin Sloan manning the bench today for New Jersey with Omid Namazi out with the red card, serving his second of a 2-game suspension. And now New Jersey on the power play for the final, or the next, I should say, 48 at a high velocity, but just not on target there.
Well, I can imagine Al at halftime, Coach Tozer told his team, stay away from penalties. That's the third power play they've had to kill off in the first half alone.
And a great shot and a score by Marcio Liete from a tough angle. He beats Meola low. 10-2 as the Wave have now scored 10 straight points.
Now, Al, you have to look at that goal right off of the end of the power play. Conte sends the ball up into the stands, which gives Milwaukee a restart from Nick Warburg. Warburg plays the ball out. Liete then, in return, beats Meola low to the far post.
So give Nick Warburg the assist. 10-2 Milwaukee. And New Jersey's got to be careful or this one is going to slip away.
This is exactly what New Jersey did not want. They did not want Milwaukee getting back on the board this soon into the third quarter, just continuing to stretch that.
Mike Boosie, we're back in action. A 3-line pass there, and that's what's left of Keith Tozer's hair will be pulled out on plays like that.
Well, it's just a lack of composure, a lack of concentration. That's just too simple of a ball to give away for a restart.
Stokic for Krause. Redirected in again. New Jersey's had 2 goals today, both on deflections, but the Ironmen will take it as they make it a 10-4 score and end the 10-point run for the Milwaukee Wave.
And here's an opportunity that New Jersey had to capitalize on a lack of concentration on Milwaukee's part, sending that ball 3 lines, a restart on the yellow line. Unfortunate deflection again past Nick Warburg.
There he is. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, and I'm sure Keith Tozer's not happy with the commitment to defend off of the restarts. The player just slid over, didn't make as much of an effort to block as they probably should have. And instead of getting completely in front of the ball, only partially in front of the ball, deflection, unfortunate, goes past Nick Warburg. Different scoring opportunities. It creates more space.
And a great block there as Loveless Akkad just took a little too long to pull the trigger, and Kraus gets the block.
But it also, 4-on-4, simulates a lot more of the futsal style of soccer, and it really, from an offensive standpoint, it would change the dynamics of the game considerably.
Then Meola out to cut the angle down, but he couldn't get back as Warren Uka scores the goal, and Milwaukee back up by 8, 12-4.
And Tony has to be a little disappointed with giving up that goal because he closed the angle on Uka coming in. Uka had pressure from the defender. The ball hits the backboards. Both Meola and Uka went down, but Uka was the first one back to his feet to recover and put it into the empty net.
So Uka unassisted at the 8:24 mark of the third quarter. And it's 12-4 Milwaukee. They score on the even strength.
We've got a little bit of a timeout here. They wiped out both of the penalties, which again, the penalties need to be served.
Yeah, well, they wiped out just the New Jersey one. There it goes. Now they put it back. So we're back and ready to continue now. 46 seconds remain in the 4-on-4 even strength. And New Jersey back down. Now a run out for Sean David, but Greg Howe's there to hassle him and take the ball away. There's Kraus with the chest strap. Kleiston sent it in. Here's Kraus on target and a score. Kraus's second goal today. A hard ball on the ground. Had a little bit of English on it. And that's the first nearly clean goal that New Jersey has scored today. And Mark, you know as a goalkeeper's coach, you put that ball on the carpet spinning and buzzing. That's a tough one to stop.
Well, and if you're going to score a goal on Nick Warburg, that's probably the way you're going to do it. A lot of bodies in front of Nick. Deco stepped forward. Nick looked like he was a little bit screened. Kraus puts the ball through Deco's legs and beats Warburg to his near post.
So that'll make it 12-6. New Jersey trying to...
You're right, Al. It's really, there haven't been a lot of fouls, but the fouls that have been called have, quite a few have resulted in blue cards.
Craig Shearer clear. A minute 40 to go in the quarter. This is almost the perfect power play opportunity. It's like you get bonus seconds with 2:02 to go in the quarter. When it's called, an extra 2 seconds, but Troy Dosowski doesn't need it as he buries the power play goal. Once again, the Wave lead by 8.
Watching that play from here, Al, you could just see that there was a connection between Fontana and Dosowski the whole way, but Fontana dribbled into the space. Dosowski was coming up on the backside. Fontana threaded a great ball through the crowd. Dosowski first time shot beats Meola to the far post. Great goal.
Troy Dosowski, the indoor soccer veteran, gets the left-footed goal there. Milwaukee up 14-6. They have scored now on 3 of the 5 power play opportunities if you count the penalty kick goal by Greg Howe's. And Troy Dosowski from Fontana there at 13:32. And now New Jersey once again down by 8 with just over a minute to go in the third quarter. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Chip for Chico. Oka gets leveled by Conte. Play on. Bullen just a little high. 2 seconds. Shear back to Meola. That's the end of the third quarter. And the Milwaukee Wave, who led it at the half, 8-2, lead it now by 8, 14-6. As we take a timeout. Fourth quarter action coming up next, and the last chance for the New Jersey Ironmen today as they trail. 14-6, Milwaukee leads New Jersey as we get set to begin the fourth quarter. They're on our MISL Game of the Week on Fox Soccer Channel. How about Nick Warburg today, as he has really made some stellar saves, and 2 out of the 3 goals he's given up have been deflections.
Well, he's been there to answer everything that New Jersey has thrown at him. He's come up with big saves. New Jersey has helped him out, though, by putting some balls right into his hands. I tell you, Al, most of their shots, though, have gone over the glass into the stands, which has got to be frustrating for the coaching staff.
Now New Jersey down by 8. And Milwaukee to begin the fourth quarter with the ball, and that 8-point.
Them, as you can see, they're starting to high pressure. They're going to have to high pressure if they want to get back into this game. which is going to be difficult considering they've got tired legs.
And Liete makes a move like that to get open and score. 16 to 6. That's what I'm trying to say. A 10-point lead.
And there's the risk you run, Al, as I was just mentioning, that they have to start high pressuring, but if Milwaukee gets in behind them and stretches out the field, that gave Marcio Liete space to go in on goal. He pulled Tony out, he pump faked him, sat him down, went around him, put a ball on goal that was deflected in. They all count.
So Marcio Liete with his first goal today. And on the season now 60 points. He's second on the team to Greg Howes, who has 99 to lead the MISL. The shots on goal now very close. Milwaukee has 20. New Jersey with 19. So New Jersey has put some shots in there, but Nick Vorberg has been able to answer. So New Jersey with a yeoman's task ahead of them, down by 10 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, New Jersey can't panic. That's the biggest point of, they still have 13 some odd minutes to get into this game. They've got to be patient and build out of the back, keep the possession for as long as they can, look to set up their chances and finish. That's the one thing they haven't been doing tonight. They haven't been finishing their chances.
Now Deco trying to work something out. Meola, though, able to track it down for New Jersey. That last goal by Liete give the assist to Giuliano Oliviero. So Jules now with 7 points today, 3 two-point goals and an assist. Came at the 31-second mark of the fourth period here. 16-6 Milwaukee. 13-18 to go in regulation now as Nick Vorberg will collect. And the Wave going to be playing a lot of keep away here now in the fourth. Krause just slipped out. Oka, Howes in front. Look at that goal. Meola out to cut the angle down, thought he had it, and Greg Howes lobs it right over him.
What composure on the ball by Greg Howes. Didn't have a good first touch on the ball. Oka played it a little bit behind him, bobbled it, bounced once, bounced twice. Meola thought he was going to come out and make the easy save, and at the last second, you've got Greg Howes with composure on the ball, just lifting it over Meola.
A little juggle, and whoop, right over your head there. 18-6. Well, very few players can pull off what Greg Howes did right there. That's not an easy play.
I have to agree, and just the look on Tony Meola's face after that goal just says it all. The frustration is mounting.
His second goal of the day. Oka will get, even with 12:44 to go, down by that much as there's a foul on Craig Shear. It's going to be awfully tough to come back from.
Shear needs to be careful around the boards.
That's his first personal of the fourth quarter. It's Liete for Santos. Another live goal. 20-6. And the Wave putting on a futsal clinic with some of these goals.
Well, Jonathan Santos came into the Milwaukee Wave more as a forward, but Keith Tozer has put him on the back line, but this kid knows how to score goals. His composure on the ball is unmatched. He puts Meola on the ground and just lifts the ball up over him, splits two defenders on the way in. Wow, what can you say? Milwaukee is putting on a clinic.
So it's 20-6 now. And New Jersey going to be playing for respectability, down by 32 seconds left in the Milwaukee man advantage. David a poke away. Liete down. And a foul on Sean David. It's his first, tripping the call. Quick restart. Howes, a three-pointer. Blasted off of Kleiston. Might be feeling that one tomorrow. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Oliviero, Fontana, good save, Meola. Oliviero back to Howes. Milwaukee keeps the pressure on. Howes for three. Instead he goes to Fontana, who scores the two with 4 seconds remaining in the power play. And the Wave with a laugher now. 22-6.
Well, Al, you can see there's a big difference when Marcio Liete is on top. They had Jonathan Santos out there while Marcio was getting some treatment, but their power play when we came back from break really steady down. You got Howes laying a ball to Marcelo Fontana deep in the corner. His first time ball Just a slow roller past Tony Meola to the far post. I think Tony was expecting a much harder shot. He was stayed up a little bit higher than normal and just got beat with a pass into the far post past his ankles. And Tony is now looking like he's going to take a break for the rest of the
play. A minute to go in the ballgame. Great ball there from Alavani to Krause, but he hit him in the heels. John Krause, couple of goals today. Couldn't pull that one in. 45 seconds to go in regulation. 22-6 Milwaukee, who was down 2-0. Then went on a 5-goal run to take a 10-2 lead, and they haven't trailed since. Really hasn't been a game since. 35 seconds to go. New Jersey, of course, played last night. Had to travel today, play their second game in 24 hours. Milwaukee with the week off. And their fresh legs have been able to propel them here to a 16-point lead. 18 seconds to go. Santos the steal. He'll clear it away, and it goes out of play with 10 seconds to go. So Milwaukee and Detroit, it appears more and more, they'll be 1-2 in some order and get the first round bye in the MISL playoffs. Baltimore in third place right now. It appears they're almost locked in there. Monterey with a chance to get up there, as Monterey and Chicago tied at 4.5 games back, both 14 and 12, then New Jersey. 6 seconds. Last chance for New Jersey as David sends that wide. 2 seconds. One. Conte unable to trap. Game over. Final score, Milwaukee 22, New Jersey 6. The Milwaukee Wave back into first place, tie now with Detroit. It's both Detroit and Milwaukee now 18-7 with 5 games remaining, and Detroit and Milwaukee will play each other a couple of times in that final week of the season. The first place will probably come down to that time. So let's show you the second half scoring now in this one. Won by the Wave 22-6, as this one was all Milwaukee. Tony Meola trying desperately to make some saves for New Jersey in the second half, but just was unable to do so. One of the goals for New Jersey there, John Krause, one of 2 goals today for the New Jersey Ironmen that he scored. He was our leading scorer with 4 points. Finished there by Troy Desosky on the power play. The Milwaukee Wave, some great goals. Liete around Meola there, sent that one in. It deflects home. Greg Howes, the little lip goal there. Santos, another lip chip. That made it 18-6. The Wave wearing their green jerseys today in honor of St. Patrick's Day. They'll be auctioned off after the game for charity. Montana there on the power play. Made it 20-6 Milwaukee. And the Wave would go on to win 22-6 today. Time now for our final stats. All the goals scored today were 2-point goals. Milwaukee beats New Jersey in the goals scored category 11-3. The total, if you multiply that by 2, obviously, gives you 22-6. The shots, Milwaukee +9, 33-24 in the shots. The blocks favor Milwaukee, 2 with a +5. Another big reason the Wave won it here today at U.S. Cellular Arena. That'll wrap it up for our Fox Soccer Channel Game of the Week. Don't forget the MISL Championship coming up on April 26th here in Milwaukee. Come on out to U.S. Cellular Arena to make the trek. And if you don't make it, it will be seen live on Fox Soccer Channel with a special pregame show as well. Mike Santamon produced and directed today. My partner, Mark Litton, for them. I'm Al Pulowski. Until we talk next time. Until I see you in April, the Milwaukee Wave, the winner today. Once again, the final. The Wave 22, the Ironmen 6. Have a good one.